Hello my friends, William Poloniak here from Whole Health Foundation. Today I'm making a special juice that I'm calling triple beet and double carrot juice with a number of other ingredients. Let's look at my other ingredients. In addition to my carrots, I have double or triple the amount of beets that I would use, 2 parsnips, about 85 grams of ginger, 1 whole garlic clove, a garlic head that is, and about 130 grams of turmeric. So let's start with the carrots and we'll mix the rest of this in as we go. Now I'm going to assemble my juicer, and I want to point out that I'm using the near zero blowback cutter. I had one customer tell me that it shreds produce like a hot knife going through butter. A very, very useful upgrade. And if you have a cutter that you want improved, it costs about $98 plus shipping to have your cutter improved. Now, I'm also using the front-loading feed tube that eliminates the blowback to your ceiling 100%. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is plug in the thermometer and put 3 or 4 ice cubes in to cool down the cutter. Now, we're only at 21 degrees centigrade, but I like to keep my temperature below 20, even though you can go as high as 35. But I keep mine below 20. Now the first thing I'm going to do is start with carrots, and I normally put 2 or 3 carrots in at one time, as many as can fit. When you have large carrots, you can put the small end to the big end. More beets. And next I'm going to put in my turmeric and continue with my carrots after that. Continuing with carrots. Now we're above 25 degrees. You can go as high as 35, but I like to be below 20, so I'm putting in 3 ice cubes. More carrots. Now here's the last of my carrots. Here's one of the beautiful things about the front-loading feed tube. Well, first let's take the grid out, clean that, put it in the sink to clean later. I'm going to unplug the thermometer, untighten the wing nuts, and we'll take a look into the juicer. Now, the thing I want to point out is that there's no plug. There's no plug of produce left in this juicer. The offset to the right feed tube that the new model of Norwalk uses always leaves a plug in the bottom, and I'll show that in a different clip. Now, every juicer that comes from a Whole Health Foundation comes with this cleaning brush, and it's good for cleaning the cutter. And the feed tube. We'll set that on top of the juicer, clean the feed tube, and this cleaning brush is the perfect size. Clean the grid and the grid holder, and we'll set this aside. Actually, let's put it in the juicer. The juicer feed tube. The next thing I'm going to do with the wet brush and to catch the water that's going to drip down, I'm going to put the sponge here. Up on the left, down on the right, and that will avoid tightening these wing nuts. Up on the left, down on the right. Scrub the front, and either with a wet towel or a spray nozzle like I'm using here, wash off the front of the plate and then reassemble and then continue. With so few ingredients, this doesn't need much mixing, but I want to get the beets and the carrots and the other ingredients mixed as thoroughly as I can. First thing when I take the claws out of the freezer is crack the ice on the corner of a countertop just to loosen them up, make them easier to separate. Pull these out, separate these 6 cloths, and we'll flatten this without a bamboo liner and then put them in the press. Now, what I'll do next is use a large container to collect the juice and put these in the press. Now for this next cloth, I'm going to demonstrate with a bamboo liner, and I'm going to show you that with a carrot juice only, or carrots and beets like I have here, you don't need to use a bamboo liner. But let's use one just to show you the difference. So we'll fold this over and then fold this. Let's turn this on all the way back it off a little. Now the reason you back it off is you don't want your press to go up too fast. If it goes up too fast, it could slip apart and make a really clean up nightmare for you. And this looks almost full, so what I'm going to do is put that into bottles before we press any more juice. Now I'm filling this from the back side so the camera gets a good look. Triple beet and double carrot juice with some ginger, garlic, turmeric, and some parsnips. So let's make more juice. I will pull the tray forward, make sure it's on the plate properly. Put in 2 more cloths full of pulp into the press. Centered left to right, centered front to back, all the way back, back it off a little bit, and then we'll continue filling more cloths with pulp. Now I'm going to put 2 scoops on here, not 3, because this patty is getting very, very thick. And we'll continue until we're done. And remember, we never throw away the pulp. Now here's the cloth that we had the bamboo liner on, and I want to show you how clean that cloth is. Now, as I said, we never throw away the pulp, so we'll put 2 more large scoops on top of this. This goes forward, that goes over. These 2 cloths go on top, and again, oh, this looks very, very full. I'm going to stop it and fill more bottles. Now again, I'm filling it up, leaving 10% for water. And the reason I do that is the juice is very, very concentrated. And especially carrots and beets have a lot of sugar in it. So for a diabetic especially, you don't want pure juice. So I'm going to put in about 10% water in this. So there we go, and let's make more juice as soon as we get this filled. Alright, put the tray on, make sure it's on the press plate properly, that's very important. 2 more cloths full of pulp in the press, centered, left to right, centered, front to back, all the way back, back it off a little bit. And we continue putting more pulp into these cloths, and this time I think maybe 1 scoop each. All the way back, back it off. I'm going to repackage the spent pulp into a very, very tight ball because I want to show you how we can get 10% or more juice from the pulp that most people would throw away. Now watch my folding technique. With a tight ball already made, we're going to fold this 2 or 3 or 4 times, as many times as you can, in both directions. Flatten that, set it aside, advance that all the way, and continue repackaging the spent pulp. Now my friends, as you can see, I've repackaged the spent pulp that most people would throw away. I have 3 double packets here, and I'm going to use a measuring beaker to measure how much extra juice we can get. So I'm going to move this aside and put the new collection jar underneath the tray, make sure it's on there properly. Press down a double packet because they are very thick. I hope they go in here, and yes they do. Check that it's on the plate properly, centered left to right, centered front to back. It's very important to be right in the center, all the way back, back it off, turn on your machine. Now I'm getting juice flow, so I'll advance that all the way. Very important to keep your eye on the jar. As long as you have a steady stream, you need not back it off. When it turns to droplets, that shows we got most of the juice out, and I'll back off the lever and put in 2 more clods. Again, keep your eye on this. And as I said, I'm going to repackage these again, so while these last 2 packets are pressing, I will repackage everything. All the way back, back it off a little bit. 10 ounces so far. Again, centered left to right, centered front to back, all the way back, back it off a little. Now there we have about 19, a little more than 19 ounces of juice. So what I'll do now is pour this into the collection bowl and then press the rest of my packets full of pulp. More ounces of juice by repackaging them. Now let's fill more bottles. Now I'm topping off all the bottles with water. Remember, I left 10% to top up with water. And the next thing I'm going to do is press the water out of the cloths, then do a taste test. Now before I put the cloths back in the freezer, I folded them into thirds just like they came in the package. And I'm going to press most of the water out, then put them in a plastic bag into the freezer. There we go. Now into a plastic bag and into the freezer. Well, my friends, as you can see, I have 5, 10, 14 bottles of juice, and approximately 2 of these bottles were from repackaging and pressing the juice again, and the last 2 bottles have the most important nutrients, incidentally, and I have a little for a taste test. So let's do a taste test. Well, my friends, here we have triple beet and double carrot juice with a few other ingredients like ginger, turmeric, garlic, and a couple of parsnips. Let's give it a taste. Very palatable. Mostly carrots and beets. Very tasty juice. Well, I hope you like what you've seen, my friends. If you do, please tell a friend. And if you'd like to contact me to buy parts or buy a juicer or even get advice, my phone number is 760-753-0321. My email address is developtrust@cox.net, and my webpage is wholehealthfound.com. See you in the next video.